All right.
Go ahead. So Tin Man, we're live. This is so cool.
This is so cool.
And we're live together. This is amazing.
I didn't even plan to go live, but it's exciting. I think it's gonna be. So the reason I'm coming
here. Hold on. This is Tin Man Lee, world famous wildlife photographer. I'm Mark Coleman from Pauls Photo.
World famous.
And it's Professional Photographers Day here at Pauls Photo. We've had a constant stream of the big name photographers coming in for gear. Tin Man, you're the last one. We got about another hour to go today. So why'd you come on down to Pauls Photo today?
So I just got the phone call from Mark that they have the 1.4 and the 2.0 teleconverter of the Sony, and I've been waiting for that for a long time. I think it is still out of stock in a lot of places. Right?
Very hard to come by. Sony did me a favor to get these extenders for you.
No.
These are just for you.
Thank you.
You know, so what are you doing, Tin Man? So you're doing some testing right now?
Oh yeah, so I got the 600 Sony and the Sony A1, and I have been testing the Canon R5 for the last 6 months now, right? 6 months, and then I got the A1, and I rented a Sony 600 f4 for a few weeks, but I just wanted to do more in-depth tests. So now finally with these two, I can really give it a good test. So
what is your gut reaction in feeling in focus performance and picture quality between the Canon R5 and the Sony A1?
So I'm actually planning to do a more in-depth review, but I can say a few words today.
Yeah.
So as expected, right? The Sony A1, is this the A1? So
yeah, that's an A1.
The box is quite a lot smaller.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a lot more expensive.
Yes, it is.
So the Sony, as expected, because it's newer, is I feel that it focuses faster, and the image on the 600 on low ISO looks sharper to me for right now.
Right now.
But I need to do more in-depth comparison.
And remember, you're using, on the Canon, you're using the EF 600 with the EF to R adapter. We don't have the RF 600 yet.
Yeah, so it's not really a super fair comparison.
It's not a fair
right?
comparison yet.
Yeah, but that's kind of expected too. Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but I have to say that right now the Canon R5 and the Sony A1 really is a lot better than most of the digital SLR. Don't you agree?
I agree.
How long do you think that digital SLR will become obsolete?
Well, it's already obsolete. How long will we still sell digital SLRs? That depends on how long you guys are going to buy them. What I'm recommending for my customers is as soon as you can afford to switch, you need to switch. Because the difference in performance, the difference in focus, the difference in size and weight, the difference in focus tracking, wouldn't you agree, is off the chart on the full frame mirrorless, right?
Is absolutely crazy about the game changing, like the eye focus is really crazy, and then the focus, the number of focus points.
Well, there are no focus points.
It's
the whole screen
focuses, right? But then you have to understand the digital SLR used to have limited number of focusing points. That's why the huge difference. But people may not understand what that means. But basically, we used to move the focusing point like using our thumb, left and right. But right now, it's basically a continuous spectrum, right? And then it also extended beyond the square in the middle of the viewfinder to over the place.
So you can focus with these cameras over 90% of the viewfinder, and it will track all the way to the edge, to the corner of the viewfinder. And that's the exciting part to me, that it's changed. I know it's changed the way I photograph. Tin Man has changed the way you photograph, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, I don't know how I came up with that number, but it increases my keeper's rate 10 times.
Really? 10 times?
Yeah, probably. So a lot of the photos that I knew I would not be able to get with digital SLRs, now it became effortless. And what it means is really I can enjoy the creativity process instead of getting nervous about I can't focus on the animal on the edge because there is no focusing point there before. So so now I can recompose. I'll explain more in depth about with some more examples, but I'll just say it loud that it increases a lot of the keepers.
So I had the same reaction this morning from a professional sports photographer, and he said with the modern technology, he's getting images that he could have only dreamed about a year ago. A year ago, that technology has changed. So if you haven't updated yet, now's the time. So
like wedding photographers, sports photographer, wildlife and bird photographers, we are all coming to that conclusion. But the biggest problem really is, if, for example, I invested a lot of camera gears in Nikon, right? But right now, it seems like for the mirrorless world, the autofocus is a lot better for Canon and Sony. And if people have to switch, they have to sell everything in Nikon. So it's a huge investment to whether they should wait for the Nikon Z9, right? That is coming out.
It's coming. It's coming, guys. Yeah. Canon R3 is coming. So you don't have to sell everything, but if you want to switch, we'll help you. We'll help you get out of the old and in with the new. It's just kind of like a new jacket, right? You take the old one off, you put the new one on, and then you look a lot better and you feel a lot better. Right?
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. It's like the world is changing. It's almost like back in the days when it's still film camera, and then everybody were talking about digital camera, but it took like 2 or 3 years. Right? At first, the digital cameras which came out was like 1 megapixel. It's like $5,000, and people were saying that.
No, it was half a megapixel for $25,000 to start with. But
and then people were saying that digital is never gonna catch up and stuff, and boom, all of a sudden now, if you didn't change all this, all the film cameras really worth nothing except the vintage one.
Yes.
So it's really, I think right now is at this point, and I think it's not because of the mirrorless. It's really because of the iFocus. I don't know if you agree with me.
Well, but you can't do iFocus and all that technology without being mirrorless.
Yeah, because of the electronic viewfinder.
Right, because the electronic viewfinder and the focusing over the full screen. So it's not the mirrorless that's the difference. It's the difference in the technology and the sensor and what the cameras can do for you. And whether you're a Nikon person or a Canon person or a Sony person, the upgrade today is huge and it's awesome. And I still love my Nikon, so I don't want the Nikon people to feel bad. I'm getting awesome results with my Z7 too.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that is also a good point. It's like I was thinking about a story before. It's like. If you're driving here we are in Los Angeles, right? If you're driving in Los Angeles, you never really need a car that is a four-wheel drive car. But if you are going into Yellowstone National Park in the winter, or you're going to the muddy places, if you don't have a four-wheel drive, you might get stuck.
No, you will get stuck.
You will get stuck. Well, maybe you will, but here it is the same thing, right? You have to ask yourself, like, are you doing high-speed photography, action photography, for example, or are you doing a lot of, you need to change the composition a lot, you're doing a lot of low-light photography, which require high ISOs, right? And if you are, it's like, then you're going into the winter Yellowstone, or you're going to the muddy place.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we don't know when we're going to be in low light. We don't know when the animals are going to move or the faces are going to move. And we have to be prepared for that. And that's one of the great things about the new cameras with the new technology, is it gives us the ability to seamlessly shift and make the pictures that we want. Because, my wife says we're getting too old to drink cheap wine. And I'm not going to fly halfway around the world or drive halfway across the country to make mediocre pictures. I want awesome pictures every single time.
Yeah, I just think of a good example. So for the iFocus, right? What it is that it uses machine learning, artificial intelligence to learn about, like for example, mark here. So the eyes is right here, right? And once you press a button, it will lock onto the eye. Yep. And guess what that means? It means that if you are a wedding photographer, right? The money shot is when they exchange the wedding ring, or when they kiss, right? But imagine, like, if the wedding couple is right there, but then all of a sudden somebody photo bombs and just walk in front of them, right? Before the autofocus point is gonna lock onto what is closer to the camera, so that person is gonna block the shot.
Right.
And when they walk past it, you have to re-engage the autofocus to get back into that, right? But with iFocus, the whole time is locking on the eyes, and all you need to do is you may move a little bit or wait for that person to pass, and you can get that once a lifetime shot. And
we have a wedding photographer, and he said the two hardest shots for him to get are the tears on the face of the bride as she and her new husband walk down the aisle. He's using R5, every single one in focus, and the crying and the tears at the first dance, when the husband and the wife, or the daughter and the father are dancing. With SLR, that picture is hard to get. with the R5 or the A1 or the Nikon Z7 II, in focus like every time, and it makes it so simple. It's like it's cheating, isn't it?
Yeah, and surprisingly, not a lot of people are really talking about that now. I mean, it's all about like how many pixels and
how many frames per second,
yeah.
how many 8K videos,
what is the overheat problem,
yeah, exactly,
and blackout, and those are important. Don't get me wrong, but what the new capability of these cameras is just mind blowing.
It's mind blowing.
Yeah, I never thought about even going into this until I tested. My friend Don had a R5 the other day.
Yeah.
I just picked it up, and yeah, that changes the whole thing. And I think that's what I think in terms of photography and everything is that it's good to have an open mind, just to test it out. If you don't think you like it, just maybe rent it for a weekend and just try it out and see if they can solve your problem, right? Because I mean,
absolutely.
Like I thought I was really happy with my photography before, but after that, I mean, it just changes the whole thing. So, yeah.
So we're coming to the end here, Tin Man.
Yeah.
So, Jared, do we have any questions?
No, just let them know we rent.
Oh, so yes, we do rent here at Pauls Photo. We can get you taken care of that. Sorry.
I just opened a new business venture.
And we're here to help you guys. We're help you to make this decision. We're here to help you make this choice. Now, I have to ask you, right? You've been watching my Be Creative videos.
Yeah.
Today is day 481 of
That's
Be Creative.
insane, yeah. So Mark is always an inspiration. So as some of you know, I have been trying to create the perfect YouTube video, become an influencer. But I have been procrastinating a lot. I promised you guys I will make this video about comparing the Sony 600 to the Canon, all these things. I never get it done, because even though I have already created the script and everything, but this guy, this guy has been doing videos once a day for what? How many days again?
400. Today is day 481.
Yeah.
Can I give you a hint?
Yeah, please.
General George Patton. A YouTube video 80% good is better than a perfect one that never gets done.
That is true. That's why I'm coming here for the inspiration. And
yes.
And also another thing that I want to share is so I used to only buy cameras from B&H or Amazon, Adorama, and all these places. But you know, after the COVID hits and stuff, I just realized that it is very important to help out the local business too. This is not really scripted, and I'm not being paid to say that. And also, I think after talking to Mark, he was able to get me the Canon 600 in record time, the R5, the Sony 600. And is it because you guys have like different quotas? How does it really work? I don't know.
We have a great relationship with Sony and Nikon and Canon, and I'm able to get the merchandise for our customers. And those vendors know that our customers are serious photographers. Our photographers go out and use the gear. It's not just going to sit in a warehouse someplace. And so that's how we're able to get the merchandise for you guys. And that's why we appreciate your business and your support, so that we can continue to help you get the pictures you want. Because for me, it's all about the pictures. It's not about the pixels. It's not about the this or the that. It's, are you going to get the pictures that you want? Are you going to get the bird in flight, the kiss at the wedding, you know, the hit on the bat on the ball? That's what it's all about for us, and we're doing everything we can to help you with that. Whether it's the right advice and spending 10 minutes to figure it out, or getting you teleconverters that are impossible to get.
So one more question. I think I was talking to a friend. I think it's Alex. I think he's in here.
Yeah.
So he was saying that. So can people from out of the state or who doesn't live close to Torrance, right? How do you ship?
Call me up. We ship. Absolutely.
Okay.
So some of the stuff they can order online, some of it they can't. But if they just call me up, we send it. And remember, all of your orders out of California are no sales tax. So it's $15 for shipping. We pay for most of the shipping. We need just a little bit from you guys. And then no tax, we get you taken care of. It rocks. It's so much fun.
Yeah. So and then another thing is, so how long have you been in business? I mean, how long has this camera store been in business?
My dad started in 1961.
Oh.
I started in the camera store in 1974. We moved to this location in 1987.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what is the camera back in 1961?
So 1961, it was Leica and Hasselblad and Rollei and Kodak and Zeiss and Argus and Agfa and all that.
Yeah.
And when I started, it was Nikon F2 and Nikkormat and Canon FTB and Canon F1.
Wow, you are still so familiar with all these things. I used to own a Hasselblad after I've been eating instant ramen for a year. And later I couldn't handle that and I sold it. And then I actually sold it for a really good price. It's like more than what I paid for. So, but oh my God, I love those 6x6 slides.
6x6 is awesome.
Any of you have those experience, definitely leave it on the comment. Is it how you do the social media thing? So okay, all right. So if you guys have any questions, right? Even after, so if you're watching the replay instead of live, you can leave your questions here, and I will go and definitely answer that, and Mark as well.
Absolutely, guys. I'm always there to answer questions. I'm just a phone call away, an email away. The whole team here at Pauls Photo rocks. They're going to get you taken care of, and we treat everybody like family. In a good way,
so
like
family. Do I get a 10% off after
No,
doing this?
Sony is sure pricing. There, I can't give my daughter $10 off.
Okay.
Dang it! Right? Okay, but that's not what this is all about. It's about getting the right gear, and we're always going to get you taken care of.
Okay, so I want to refund that.
No,
just kidding. Yeah. Okay, anyways.
Thank you, Tin Man.
Yes, okay.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Yeah, have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah, be safe. Don't get overheated.
No.
It's too hot in here. It's crazy. Oh God. All right. Okay.